What's going on, everybody? My name is Derailious. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about what comes next for the Dwarven Mines, as well as some feedback and responses to how the Dwarven Mines has come out and my actual opinion on it. Before we get into this, I do want to say thank you to all the support recently. It really does mean a ton. We've hit 12,000 subscribers, so if you could hit that button down below and keep pushing us forward, it really does mean a lot. As well, you can check out our Discord. That will be linked down below. On that note, let's get right into the video. Starting off, the Dwarven Mines has received a lot of criticism in recent days and weeks for not necessarily delivering on what it was intended to be. People kind of assumed that this update would be this massive overhaul to mining, and in theory it was, but they expected more things to do, more areas to explore, and generally more overall content. But I think what people are misinterpreting about this update is the fact that the update was never intended to be that from the very beginning, at least. Let me explain. Basically, this update was meant to be a start. It was giving us a very large open world area, which they definitely succeeded in that respect. Look at the Dwarven Mines, this place is massive, and gave us a lot of activities and different things overall to do. Mining mithril, for instance, killing these really annoying ghast, which drop an absurd amount of mithril powder, and I really can't imagine why they drop so much mithril powder, but you know what, I'm not complaining. The point I'm trying to make here is, it was never promised that we were going to get a ridiculous amount of overworld content, and I don't think we were ever intended to do so. This point kind of is a little bit controversial within the community, obviously. People were waiting for an update for so many months, they figured that they should be getting a really large and substantial amount of content, and in some ways we really have. Consider the Forge, for instance, which has added a bunch of new items into the game, as well as drills, which have completely changed the way people mine. The Heart of the Mountain has completely revolutionized the way people mine in general, and made my experience mining a lot more enjoyable, allowing me actually to level up mining and not consider it just an annoying slog skill that I would do by just, getting minions. Aside from that though, people have generally had their complaints, notably in the fact that it kind of has the same problem as a Destiny world, where it's a massive open world area with nothing to do in it, and I kind of understand that. There are some neat little, raffle events and goblin raids, and the Starfall event's really cool, but there isn't that much overall content yet. And the reason why I keep saying yet is that the devs have already showcased the fact that they are committed to continually updating the Dwarven Mines and expanding on it. Let me explain. Currently, if you go on the Skyblock forums and you look at the release notes for the Dwarven Mines and scroll down to the bottom, you will see some very important information that I think a lot of people have overlooked. There's a part 2 of this update coming soon, and on top of that, before they focus on other new islands, they are going to be focusing on adding new events, achievements, items, and general content updates to the Dwarven Mines, as well as the Dwarven Caves, which I assume has to do with the giant ice wall in the back of the area. As well, within the lore, there is some references to a giant of some sort. This giant, I can only imagine, is a boss, and it's very likely that it is standing right behind that giant ice gate, because, let's be real here, where else would a giant be? On top of that, there is also a lot of new sort of things coming out for the near future. I can imagine that the amount of events that the game has will really be going up in recent days and weeks, because of the fact that in the next few days and weeks, because all the systems to make events are there, it'll be way easier to actually make them. The reason why the Dwarven Mines took so long to come out was simply because nothing like this has been done before. They had to completely change the way mining worked. They had to completely revolutionize the way that events worked within the game. They had to create whole new systems for NPCs. They had to create the emissary system, and honestly, it's been working out really well. They had to create all of these new commissions. The Forge had to be made. Everything. All of this stuff had to be put into the game from scratch, and that is not easy to do. However, it is much easier to take their event infrastructure that they already have and add a new one to it, or take this large map that they already have and add a new area to it, than completely remake or create an area from scratch, which is what they had to do the first time around. I'm not usually one to complain too heavily about, content updates and all that. I was starting to feel a little bit worried when the Dwarven Mines was about to come out, because not only was there a large content drought, and let's be real here, there was a bit of one, there was also a fear that the Dwarven Mines wouldn't live up to expectation. And a lot of people are very scared of the fact that it didn't live up to expectations, but I actually believe that it surpassed them. We've received this massive open world area, bigger than anything I could have imagined. The mithril system is really, really nice and genuinely pretty fun. And on top of these systems working really, really well, the commission system is exactly what I wanted when I said I would want daily bounties in the game. Not only is it a really cool overall way to earn a lot of XP, Heart of the Mountain XP, and level up your character and feel significantly stronger day by day, but it also allows you to have a thing to come back to in Skyblock, and that's not something we had previously. I think when people complain about the lack of content that we've gotten from the Dwarven Mines, they really mean events and bosses, and I will admit, I'm kind of sad that we didn't get a boss on release. But it's very obvious they are planning to release a boss in the near future. It's very obvious that the part 2 to this update will be just as substantial as part 1, and it may be more substantial in a lot of other ways. New events, new achievements, new things to do, new reasons to play the game, and I think that's something we can all get behind. Overall, though, I just want to thank the team for being so patient with the community, and I want to thank the community for being so patient for the team. Both of us need to realize that when we're playing this game, we are devoting a very large amount of time to it. No game in history has been able to keep up with 24/7 demands from their players, and that's what we have to understand. If we're playing this game 5-6 hours a day, we're obviously not the average player. We're in the top, 1.1% even. So I think it's kind of understandable that we will end up running out of content, especially for like YouTubers and things of that nature. On that note, though, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I think that the part 2 of the Dwarven Mines will be an excellent overall addition, and I want to thank everyone for watching this video all the way to the end. I've been trying to increase the quality of my videos, stuttering less, keeping, track of general sort of story beats and things that I want to go over, and I think I've been doing a pretty decent job, but let me know down below. On that note, hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy the fact that you can't see my face because of sorrow armor, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.